This is life lesson 86. Life can sometimes be unfair. Have you noticed that? That life can be sometimes unfair? We can't always control what goes on. The trick is understanding what you can control and what you can't control. You can always control what's going on in here. You can't control exterior forces that happen. I had a very unsure start to my life. At 3 years of age, my mother died. So that was really unfair. And for many years, I was really upset about that. I was upset the fact that she'd been taken from me at such an early age. And as I grew up and I grew older, I was a bit resentful of that. And it wasn't until I accepted that life can sometimes be unfair and we are responsible for the hand that we are dealt. We are responsible for how we play that hand. Now, how do you play a hand like that? You try and find the positive in it. You might even be thinking to yourself, how can you find the positive in that? Well, you can if you look for it. I learned to stand on my own 2 feet from a very early age. I wasn't reliant on my mother. It enabled me to see life differently. So even though I was robbed of that, there was an upside to that. And then I looked at my life. It happened. You can't do anything about it. But what can we do? What can I do about that? That's the important part. What can I do about this in order to make it so it doesn't define me in a negative way? Because it's easy for us to take the things that are unfair in our lives and then to utilize them as a story, and we carry it around and we tell everyone our story about this happened to me and that happened to me. You know, we all have stuff that happened. Some of us are more traumatic than others, depending on your point of view. But they affect us in different ways. And it's understanding your response to it, how you deal with it, is your responsibility. You can't blame other people and say, well, if it wasn't for this would have happened. And you can find excuses and you can find reasons and blame, but ultimately it lands up in your lap. You're the one that's carrying it around. You're the one that has to deal with it in your own mind and make sense of it. And you're the one that has to find a solution through the problem. How we present it in our mind will have the determination to affect the outcome, i.e. how you move on. Not the outcome of the bad event that's happened. I'm talking about the outcome for you and how you move forward from that. And when we take control of our own mind, then we can readjust, find the best path to move forward from it. So next time you see it happening, take a step back. Just accept life can be unfair. And that will lead nicely on to tomorrow's lesson. It's not your fault. Until then.